totally free and enjoy more of what the world has to offer in this action one, because this is where most human beings screw the pooch.
So a little one-person trampoline, very,
If I screen shared it, like there's no excuse. Like phone numbers are just out there. You just got to pick up the phone, smile, and dial. So. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk to Tara Morning Show. This is episode 230, and today we're going to be talking about some tips, tricks, ideas, and exercises to help make you the absolute best entrepreneur you can be, not only for yourself, but for the people you love and care about most. We're all about personal development here, and to hold ourselves accountable this Friday, I wanted to talk something that maybe could be a little more relaxing. Gone over a lot of tips, tricks, challenges, these different things that we're talking about, whether it was sharing our number one goal with the people we care about most. Maybe today would be a good time to pause and to relax. It's been a crazy week for many of us. I'm positive of it. And so I wanted to go over a few fun topics: stretching and breathing. This could just be a reminder for yourself that it is important to stretch, that it is important to take the time to breathe. And I get it. These ones I fought for a long time, tooth and nail. I'm like, I don't really need to stretch that much. I'd work out, even working out pretty intensely. I really wouldn't take a whole lot of time to stretch my body out. And then additionally, getting into meditation and meditating, even small increments. Like when I have the urge to do something that I said I would not be doing, and taking the time to meditate for just a minute. That one little rule has changed my life dramatically when it comes to overeating, indulging in something that I said I've wanted to quit, like alcohol or cigarettes or something like that. So that's something I use, a little trick and tool I use quite a bit, is when I have the urge for something, just stopping for one moment when the urge comes up and doing like a 1-minute meditation. Nothing crazy, but you're just focusing on the feeling and breathing in and out. Aside from breathing, back to our big one, stretching. And maybe you're feeling a little tight. Maybe you're feeling a little bound up this morning. It's been a long week. You've gotten a lot done, and just needing to take time, or maybe you already do this, and the benefits that we're going to go over for each one of these today, you're like, oh, I am feeling that today. That feels pretty good. I'm glad I'm doing that right now. So our challenge for today that we'll share over into the chat. Good morning. Thanks for tuning in with us this morning. So our challenge for the day, let's go ahead and get the challenge put in there. Stretch and breathe this weekend. So our goal, really, back to the challenge. So we just want someone to be stretching for at least a couple minutes. And if you are completely cold, your body's not warmed up, I would highly recommend doing some motion stretching. If you want more research and looking on that, there is a billion videos on YouTube or something. So you don't want to be stretching your cold muscles. And I'm not a personal trainer by any means, but preferably the best time to stretch is after you do some type of movement. Say you've been moving a lot for work, or say you're just going for a beautiful walk. We got a lot of snow yesterday, so I'm going to go for a nice little walk because the snow stuck to the trees. It looks really pretty, and our dog likes to play in the snow. So I'm going to go take him for a walk after this, and then kind of get nice and get my blood moving. And then after that, then I'll stretch. So after movement is usually the best time to stretch in my experience. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump to my notes. I'm going to just show you guys some of my notes and be a presenter for today. And we're going to go over some reasons of why it is important to stretch. So maybe we can imprint it in our noodle. We can learn something positive, and then we can just get our booties in motion and stretch something serious this weekend so we can get some of these benefits. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay, you guys can see this. Let's go ahead, and that's for meditation. We'll get to that in a bit. Okay, I need to get over here and zoom in. I know some of you guys watch this on your phones, so I try to get this as big as possible. So, reasons to stretch. Let's go through these. Increases flexibility. So, my second one, I think this is probably my favorite. Reduces risk of injury. Really think about the last time you were injured. What else did you think about when you were injured? I'm willing to say probably very limited. I know whenever I get injured, I literally don't think about anything else. And all I wish was that I was not injured. That is me personally. I don't know about you guys, but just being healthy, all we care about is health until it's out the window. And then we're like, holy crap. Or we don't care about health and we neglect it. And then an injury comes and they're like, how could this happen to me? Why me? Why have I been chosen to suffer like this? And it's like, well, I don't know how much of we're getting chosen versus a lot of times it's easy to just forget to stretch, and then our bodies are just not capable to keep up with all the chaos and the tension and the fast movement 24/7, and then eventually something gives, right? And a lot of times our bodies can get injured not only for just putting ourselves in awkward positions or not having the proper strength or flexibility that we talked about in reason one, but our bodies will just force ourselves to slow down. Improved posture, number 3, improved posture. This one I believe is big. I sit in a chair a lot when I'm working. I'm sitting in front of my computer. A lot of us work in front of our computers, and our backs, our spines should be looking like what do they say? S's and not J's. There's a cool TED talk on that if you look up TED Talks with posture that I really liked. But improving posture, stretching helps to correct posture problems by aligning the spine and reducing tension in the muscles. Think about when your posture's just jacked up. Your joints are literally going in the wrong direction. It's like, how could that be uncomfortable? It's like, duh, of course that's uncomfortable, right? So improving posture, stretching will help your posture. If you're looking to, say, if you sit down a lot for work, maybe you'd really consider doing an extra stretch today. Enhancing athletic performance. I don't care if you're an athlete or not. In my experience, just feeling able to move, feeling more athletic in day-to-day life. When I'm doing the dishes, when I'm taking out the trash, whenever I'm going on a walk with someone who I care about, my friends or my family or something like that, feeling athletic feels good. I'm sure everyone can think in their own mind like a time when they're feeling upright, good posture, feeling flexible, feeling strong, feeling confident, feeling athletic. Feeling athletic, I believe, is an amazing feeling. Increasing flexibility, range of motion, and balance. So relieves stress and tension. Stretching helps to relieve stress and tension by relaxing the muscles and releasing endorphins. Stretching helps relieve stress. And we'll get to the meditation part here shortly, which also relieves stress. You can see how some of these overlap and how they work together. Shoot, there's so many. You're going to see in a lot of these. Well, if you're looking up stretch videos, sometimes the yoga instructors are a bit much for me with the whole like breathing and looking into yourself. I get that. It's just at the same time, when you're doing the breathing and you're doing with the stretching simultaneously, you can relieve massive amounts of stress. If you're feeling bound up and tight, dear Lord, stretching and breathing can be your savior. Improves blood circulation. It's insane how impactful good blood circulation is. Like when you just think of people who can't even use their hands when they get older because their blood circulation's bad. The human body needs good blood circulation. We need to carry nutrients throughout the entirety of our body, and stretching and doing that, you can, I don't know, I'm sure I'm overthinking it, but when you're stretching, I can like feel like my ability, my flexibility, and just like the blood circulation improve throughout my body. And then it increases my energy levels, skipping down to energy levels. And I know I love energy. If you're looking for alternatives to feel more energetic, to be able to do what it is that you want to be doing throughout your day, I would highly encourage stretching and breathing because it helps increase energy levels naturally. Versus, I know I struggle pretty hard with drinking too much caffeine sometimes. I'm like, okay, I need to jump on here. I need to knock this out of the park. I need to be high energy. And I don't want to rely too much off of increasing my energy through caffeinated beverages because then it tends to make me crash. So I don't know about you, but if you're looking for more natural energy, I would highly recommend looking at stretching and breathing. Improves coordination, enhances relaxation and well-being, and that wraps us up for the stretching section. So again, our main point, our main challenge is for us to just think about a few things, why it's important to stretch, what is the time, what is the place? So if we can kind of nail these down, like what time and one place, where are you going to do it? I'm going to do it right after work. I'm going to pull out the yoga mat and I'm going to stretch for just 1 minute. I'm going to do some really easy motion stretching where I'm kind of just swinging my arms back and forth. I'm shaking my arms out. I'm shaking my legs out, getting my body relaxed. So stretching, that would be our challenge for today, is to stretch. Now let's go ahead and jump over to meditation. Meditating, I talk about breathing, meditate, breathe, whatever you want to do, making sure that this is voluntary breathing. So we're very conscious about it, not relying off of him, because you're going to breathe involuntarily enough to keep yourself alive. But to get a lot of these benefits that we're going to be going over here today, you want to definitely be very intentional about when it is you breathe. A good frame of reference, I was told, was every 2 hours that you are awake. So say 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 p.m., 2 p.m., 4 p.m. in 2-hour increments, you're stopping to do 1 minute of conscious breathing. 1 minute of conscious breathing, just in the nose, out the mouth. If you want to relax, make your exhale longer. If you want more energy, make your exhale shorter. That's oversimplified, but that's just a quick little go-to reference that I always remember in my head, whether I'm trying to speed myself up or slow myself down. So reasons to meditate: it reduces stress. We saw that in stretching. It's like, oh, wow. I know I get all riled up all the time because, wow, I have a lot going on this week. I didn't get a number of things done. I don't make nearly enough money yet. Wow, I could be so much better at this and this and this. And berating myself and beating myself up to the point to where I'm causing a lot of stress, so much stress, unnecessary stress. So be very careful of this. Be careful of the amount of stress that we take on, because you'll see here in a couple of them, like if we get so stressed out, it can literally make us sick. It can break our bodies down in a bad way. So reasons to meditate. Number 2, improving mental clarity. Just meditation can improve your mental clarity and focus, helping you to make better decisions and be more productive. I wholeheartedly believe in this, and I've seen dramatic effects from being able to meditate. Like, I'm going to be totally honest with you. There's a ton of days where I don't meditate more than 1 minute, literally 1 minute. And I still see great when I have really busy days, or I'm just not into it. So I hear you. If you're like, man, I really don't want to meditate, I don't want to do that, and I hear that, just try 1 minute a day. That'd be the challenge. It's just 1 minute a day for 6 weeks. That's part of our boot camp that we do. Is some of the guiding principles that we have for people is that really highly encourage just meditate 1 day a week for 6 weeks, and then gauge it from there. Give yourself a chance. There's too many studies and too much science nowadays backing meditation to not give it a try to see if it can improve your life. Improving mental clarity when things are as chaotic as possible, and we see mental breakdowns more than ever before. So I think it's highly important. Promotes emotional well-being, enhances self-awareness, just raising raising more awareness to the thought that we're berating ourselves with thoughts like we were just talking about, feelings going into overdrive, leading to bad behaviors. So leading to greater self-awareness and personal growth through breathing. Improves sleep. Meditation can improve sleep. Boosts immune system. We had talked about this earlier. We're kind of just getting over flu season. I've been very fortunate. I don't get sick very often, but I will say over the last 3 years specifically, I've gotten sick hardly at all. And I believe a big portion of this is due to taking the time to stretch, to breathe. Meditation can boost your immune system by reducing stress hormones and increasing the activity of immune cells. We talked about blood circulation. The next one's talking about reduces blood pressure. Talking about how stretching helps improve blood circulation. Meditating helps reduce blood pressure. So you can see how these things can add together to just make our bodies stronger and more resilient when we're dealing with things. I mean, I think we all would understand and appreciate the fact that, like, damn, we really need to make sure that we're taking care of our bodies, because a wave of sickness could come in and jack a bunch of stuff up like it has recently. So it's more important than ever to really prepare ourselves the best that we can do to help give us the best chance of feeling good more often and being healthier. We want to be healthier. That's the number one thing. If you don't got your health, you don't got shit. So increases compassion. Meditation can help increase compassion, enhance spiritual growth, and promote overall well-being. Meditation, as we talked about, reducing stress, promoting relaxation, improving mental clarity and emotional balance, the things that we're talking, enhancing physical health. We've talked about how all this stuff, I'm going to go ahead and remove my screen. Hello. And we're back. We've gone over reasons why we should stretch. We've gone over reasons why we should meditate. So you in your own situation, think to yourself, do I want to stretch? Do I want to meditate? It's usually best to just pick one. So say you're like, Tanner, I don't give a shit about meditation. I don't want to do that. I don't care. Okay, fine. But maybe we could stretch just a little bit. Maybe we could get out moving a little bit. Maybe we could encourage you to go for a walk and then go for a walk with somebody you care about. Or maybe after you're walking, we could take time for 10, 15 minutes. We could stretch ourselves out. We're so bound up, so tight. No wonder why everyone's pissed off and angry all the time, right? Or taking the time to breathe, to meditate, to slow down. Everything's so fast paced. It's so crazy. And I don't think it needs to be all the time, right? It is what we make it. Framing is very important. We've gone over on this show box breathing ideas, the 5-4-3-2-1 tool of meditation. But even if it is just, for today's sake, it's Friday, it's Fun Friday, we're going to keep it super simple. Think of simple stretches that you could possibly do. Maybe it's time to do some additional research on YouTube, or maybe it's time to ask a friend who's familiar with stretching and exercising and stuff like that, who can help guide you on some stretches. Or maybe it's just time to stop, take a second and breathe. I do that every 2 hours. I try to do every 2 hours on the hour. I do a little bit of breathing right before this show, and then I do it again in a couple more hours after I've been working and trying to focus for a second. And I have found dramatic benefits that we've seen here, everything from not getting sick very often to just feeling better and being healthier more consistently. You don't want to be the person who shovels from what we got going on and then you throw your back out because you're super tight. Your body's not capable of handling these things because you haven't given it the flexibility and the strength to do so. So be very careful. All we really want at the end of the day is to feel good and be happy, to be healthy. Man, I said it once, I'm going to say it a million more times. When we don't have our health, we don't have shit. You got nothing. So stretching and breathing can help compensate for that. If you're looking for a coach, if you're looking for someone to help support you with your goals, to create a real plan for your life in just 6 weeks, to help feel more fulfilled and live your dream life, you can always reach out to us and you can learn more about our 6-week boot camp. Additionally, I have long-term coaching partnerships where I work with people one-on-one for months at a time to help really shape what it is they're trying to do with their lives and just support and accountability along the way. If you know someone who's looking for a coach, or you know someone who's just looking for more personal development topics, don't be scared to direct them to our show, because we'll be going live again, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time next Monday morning. I'm off for the weekend. Let's go. Let's go. Get a few days off. We have one of my girlfriend's nephews. He has this special tomorrow we're driving over to Bloomington and their state for their Special Olympics, and it's like a competition for special needs students. The energy is going to be incredible. There's something very special about the energy with that atmosphere and the people and how everyone cares and getting everyone included and involved. I think it's good to surround yourself with that kind of stuff as much as you can. It's really humbling. It makes me really grateful for who I am, what I have, and what I'm able to do with my life. And additionally, also to see things from a different perspective, that life's just not that serious and you can totally enjoy a lot more out of life than we give ourselves credit for sometimes. Because it gets crazy, man. It gets crazy. I get it. I'm here with you. But I've gone over on time. I'm over the 20-minute mark. I got to get out of here. I got a few things to do for myself for work today before I go to my other part-time gig. So cheers, friends. Have an amazing, fun-filled Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Make sure to take some time to stretch and breathe. If you need a life coach, I'm your guy. And I'll be seeing you all bright and early Monday morning, 7 a.m. live with another episode 231. Look at that number climb. Keep going. You guys have a great morning. Have a great day. Cheers to personal development. Do something nice for somebody. I'm out of here. You guys have a good one. Peace out.